What's up, guys? It's been such a long time since I have been back on YouTube, but I am really excited to be back and just film some like everyday raw style vlogs for you guys because it's been such a wild year. I thought I was going to be able to record a lot more with Ella as she's been growing up. I've been, of course, having like videos on my phone and stuff. And I post a lot on Instagram on my stories. So if you don't follow me there, make sure you're following me on Instagram so you can keep up with me a little bit more. But I do plan to come back and just kind of do more vlog style videos for you guys because it's just easier for me. If I have to sit and think about like, what is my hair gonna look like? What is my makeup gonna look like? It just becomes a lot and I end up not making any kind of content. So there's been so much going on over the past year. I have a lot of updates for you guys. Ella is doing great. Being a mom has been such an amazing new chapter for me, I would say. It's exhausting, but it is the most rewarding experience I feel like you could ever have, just watching your child grow up. I feel so blessed and grateful just to be able to have that experience because a lot of you who've been following me from the beginning know that, you know, we've had quite a journey to be able to get our sweet baby girl. So being able to actually just enjoy motherhood has been such a blessing. And so she's doing great. She's in daycare. Okay, my battery just died, but I'm back. So there's been a lot going on. Like I said, Ella's in daycare. She's been thriving there, doing well. We do have like a little bit of a medical update with her. She's fine, she's healthy. It's just that when she was born, one of her feet were like slightly turned in a little bit. So she has a very slight clubbed foot. So it's kind of preventing her from like walking and standing steadily. So that's a whole process. We've been through a lot with that and just making sure that we're finding the right doctors to be able to take care of her and get that corrected. So that's been, you know, a lot to deal with. But overall, she's fine. She also had to get tubes put in her ears recently because she keeps getting recurring ear infections since she started school. And so that's hard, you guys. Like, I really understand why moms choose to stay home after they have kids because it's so much that you have to keep up with. And it's a full-time job within itself. And then you have to go back to a full-time job that is also demanding of your time. And it's just a struggle of trying to just make sure you're doing well at work, staying organized on top of all your projects, and then same thing, staying on top of all the, you know, your child's doctor's appointments and all those things. And you'd think I'd be used to this because of all the IVF stuff, which is a good preparation for it. But it's just mentally a lot to manage. And so, you know, I don't know. I've been having some real talks with myself about, you know, what I would like to do. I like having the outlet of a career. I love my job. I work in the IT space. But it's just a lot to manage with having, you know, a daughter that has, you know, just a child in general that they always have something going on with them. So I'm really trying to pour into my content creation to make this more of a permanent part-time thing for myself because I love doing it. I love sharing my life and journaling and documenting things. And, you know, eventually I'd like to just do this more often as well because it would make managing motherhood a lot easier, I think, if, you know, if I could just focus on this more. Just want to give you those life updates as well. Ella's first birthday is coming up soon, so definitely going to document that. I will keep the theme just a little bit of a secret just to make it fun. But we're just planning a really fun birthday party for her. You know, this milestone of having her and this being her first year of life is so special to us. And so we're planning a really nice first birthday party for her and all her little friends. So that'll be something to keep up with as well. And I'll take you along as I'm planning everything. I've started planning already, but you know, just some of the DIY things that I plan to do, I'll make sure to capture. And then, you know, with Halloween coming up, it's kind of trying to figure out what she's going to be for Halloween. We're going to take her to a couple of pumpkin patches, so that'll be a lot of fun. And I just love being a parent. It's so wonderful to experience life through your child's eyes. I just love that. And then on, just more of a personal note with me, like my own, how I'm feeling after having a baby, I'm not 100% back to myself. I would say, I'm almost there. I would say I'm probably like 85%, but it's just been really hard to like feel like myself again because, of course my body is a little bit different than it was before. I pretty much have dropped most of my baby weight. I just have some areas that I still don't feel comfortable with. It's like my midsection, I still have a little bit of like a belly and a little bit of a gut there. It's not bad, but you guys, like, it's just not what I'm used to. And so I'm having to make sure that I'm talking to myself in a nice way all the time. And also realizing that, like, my body held a human being and grew a human being for 9 months. So of course it's going to be different. So I'm trying to learn to embrace that. But also talk to my therapist, every 2 weeks still, and trying to make more time for self-care. So trying to get back into doing Pilates more regularly. The studio that I like to go to is kind of like far from my house, and it's hard for me to get there during the week unless I go super early, which I don't always feel like being there at 7:30. But I can take an early class if it's not so far, so I can just get back home a little bit sooner. And they're opening a studio closer to where I live in October. So I plan to try to commit to doing that 2 or 3 times a week and then just walk in my neighborhood. And I feel like those are easy commitments. It's not anything too crazy. And then my hair, like I have this scarf on right now because I have cornrows under here because my hair is still shedding from postpartum. That's the other thing. It's like I've been wearing a bun in my hair for the past 2 months. And so, I'm sorry, I have a cold. I didn't want to commit to like braids. I can't wear braids because there's too much tension on my hair, which braids are my favorite because they're so low maintenance, especially having a baby. So I can't wear that. And then, I used to wear a lot of sew-ins, but it's just too hot for a sew-in. But that's actually what I'm going to be going back to soon. And I also bought a couple of wigs. So that's why my hair is cornrowed, because I can just throw my wig on. And they've been glueless, so I can just, plop that on really quick, style it, and then be out the door, or I style it on the mannequin head and I'm out the door. So I have a lot to show you guys. These vlogs are not just going to be about, it's going to be about, baby, and you might see Ella from time to time, but it's not just about that. It's also about self-care and, as a new mom, how do you get back to like being yourself? So I have a lot of wonderful products to share with you guys. I'm working with a lot of great brands right now that are very true to who I am. I don't work with any brands that I don't, use the products myself. So I'm going to be sharing a lot of that stuff with you guys along my just day-to-day routine of self-care. I will show you what it's like to have a morning routine with my baby, and some self-care stuff too. So my videos are gonna kind of be a little bit different. You might see me doing more like self-care related content, but it just all goes hand in hand with just being a mom or being someone, who's just, maybe you're not a mom, but it's just things to make you feel good about yourself through self-care. So that's the update. Couple things that I want to maybe try to do today is what do we have to do today? So I have to go pick up baby girl from school later on, and I got these pumpkins that I want to paint. I saw these Pottery Barn pumpkins that were ridiculously expensive, and then I saw someone that I follow on Instagram. She did a tutorial on how to make a dupe for them using some really inexpensive, cool pumpkins from Home Depot. So maybe I'll do that today with you guys. We'll see. Do that. Want to do some skincare, self-care stuff today as well. And then I'm going to go pick up baby girl. And then we're just going to chill out. So that's the plan for today. I have to finish up a little bit of work. check some emails, get back to a couple of brands, check in, you know, with things with my 9 to 5, and then that's it for today. So I might just kind of do like a little week in the life with me, or a weekend. Let's start with the weekend. We'll try a weekend, because little bit at a time. I always commit to these, like, I'll do a whole week in the life, knowing good and well I don't have time for that. So let's just try a weekend. So that's the plan for today. Right now I'm going to just check my emails, and then I'm going to do some skincare, and I'll be back in a few. Okay, before I start the rest of my day, I wanted to show you guys one of the wigs I got. I think I'm going to send it back because I think the color doesn't, it's just not my everyday thing. But the wig, I love it. It's by this company called Hair Vivi, and I might do like a dedicated wig tutorial on how I actually install my wigs. And it's a lace wig, but you can't even see the lace. I haven't cut it yet. But I'm gonna return it and get one that is a little more natural with the colors, because I just don't like these stripes in the front. And I know this is kind of a look, but it's just not, I can't get with it. It's just too, like, I don't feel like I can go to daycare and feel comfortable picking up my daughter every day with this. Like, this is a good event wig, going to a concert or going out, but I want something that is a little more blended. But I've started wearing wigs, y'all, because I don't want to commit to anything too long in terms of my hair, because I like to be able to treat it underneath. So with my postpartum hair loss, I've been thinking that, you know, I got a steamer for my hair. So I do like deep conditioning treatments like every week and a half. And then I like to keep my hair hydrated like that. And then I do have some rice water spray that I've been using as well to kind of hydrate my hair in between. And then I have some hair growth oils that I've been using. But in the meantime, I want to be able to access my hair. So I haven't really been committed to a sew-in. I am going to get a closure sew-in because I have a couple of events coming up, and I need to be able to like just have my hair done and not have to take a wig off and put it back on and all that kind of stuff. But I think, you know, especially once it gets a little cooler outside, because wigs are hot, I'm going to wear this. I'm going to wear wigs more often. I have like a long natural, like my color, hair color, like my natural color wig, and I have, it's about like 24 inches. That's for like the fun times. And then I have just like an 18-inch one that is my natural color also. It's straight, and I wear that for like work meetings and things like that. And I just like being able to take it on and off. And so, but this brand, Hair Vivi, is my favorite brand so far. I mean, the wig comes, it smells like it's been like shampooed and conditioned already. It does not smell like that. If you wear like hair extensions, you know how they can smell funny. It smells so good. They literally give it to you ready to wear. I mean, all I would have to do is cut the lace off, and it's glueless, so I could just put it on and take it off. But look at this scalp. Do you see this? Like, this looks like it's just growing out of my head. I haven't done anything to it. Like, if I was to flatten it with the hot comb, it would just lay a little flatter in the top, which I like. I don't like that big helmet head. But I'm going to exchange it for a different one. And when I get that one, I will do a tutorial on how I actually install it. And then, so you might see some hair videos for me, because that's just what's going on right now. But I'm going to take it off. Don't laugh. You're going to see my cornrows, but like, look at this. It's already pre-plucked, pre-bleached. See if I can get a little closer. Like, this just looks so good. So good. And they have this true scalp tape. It's like a medical grade silicone scalp tape that you put like right underneath the wig on the part, so that you don't see any knots. Like, the knots are bleached, but just so you don't see any knots. But you see how like this side is kind of like sticks up like that? I would just hot comb it to get it to like lay down. But it's still hot in Georgia, so I couldn't wear this during the day. I'd have to wear it like at night, and it's hot. So when it's like cold, I'll wear wigs out of the house more often, but like I love a wig to throw on for a work meeting or something like that. So I'm gonna take it off so you can see my cornrows Talashi said I look like Little Flip. But in terms of my postpartum hair loss, I've been losing, like, of course my edges are thin because of like all the braids that I've worn, and also just from heat from over the years of wearing sew-ins. And so that's why my hair just needs a break. And then the postpartum shedding didn't help. So that has just kind of sucked for me because, you know, I can't really wear my natural hair because it's just already so fine. But I think I just need a break overall, like to have no edges out, no leave out, or anything like that. So if I can commit to this kind of like protective styling between like maybe like sew-ins with the closure and wigs for a year, and I can just keep my hair braided underneath and taken care of and treated. And I will get like trims, you know, maybe twice a year. Hopefully my hair will be back in good shape. But I also just like with wigs, being able to take the hair off. And if I want to throw this up in a bun and unbraid it and like, you know, go hang out at the pool or something, then I can do that, you know. A little harder with the sew-in because you just can't take that off, but that is why I like wigs. So I'm going to return this one. I think it's beautiful, but just not maybe for me. And then get like one that's a little more, same, like a different color, of course, but just a little bit more like softer browns, more of like a honey or blonde in there. Not so drastic like this, but this wig is beautiful. So I just wanted to show you that. And I'll keep you posted along my hair journey. But I do want to tell you guys, like, if you are interested in, you know, trying to get your hair back to grow again, I'll show you what I'm using for my oils. And then I also have been taking a liquid hair vitamin. I take the Mary Ruth's liquid hair vitamin. I recommend getting it on TikTok shop. If you follow me on TikTok, I did make a video on it. So you can click the link in my video and get it that way. And it's a lot cheaper to me than getting it anywhere else. Or you can click the link in my Amazon storefront and you can get it through Amazon also. But here's what I've been using for my hair. So I've been using this Wild Growth oil. I know this is like super old school, but I just got this at my beauty supply store. I'll try to find it on Amazon and link it in my storefront under, I'll put it under postpartum hair growth. I'll put the Mary Ruth's vitamin in there as well. And then I've been using the Mielle Rosemary Mint Light Scalp and Strengthening Oil. I got the light because I just don't want it to be too heavy, especially if I have like my hair out or something. I just don't want to be a grease ball. And then I like to be able to use it like every other night. So I use that. And then I got this Mint Rice Powerful Scalp Nourisher. I'll link as much as I can in my Amazon storefront, again, under postpartum hair growth. So I will link that for you also. Let me put my scarf back on because I just, this is funny to me, just sitting here like this, talking to you guys. But let me put my scarf back on. Okay, I'm back. Now I feel better. So yes, my postpartum hair loss journey has been going on probably since Ella turned about 4 months old, I would say. So yeah, I've been just trying to find alternative hairstyles, and that's what's been going on there. But I also have an announcement for you guys. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you for sticking around. But so a lot of you guys, I do want to talk about some offerings that I have for you guys. So a lot of you guys reach out to me on Instagram, asking me about my journey with CNY and just how to kind of stay organized about things with them during IVF. And so it made me realize that there is probably like a gap that I needed to try to fill to help you guys more with trying to like keep everything together and stay positive and organized. So I have 2 digital products that I am launching. I haven't made an announcement on Instagram or anything yet. I will probably do an official launch of those things in the next couple of weeks here, but I wanted to tell you guys first on YouTube. And I am selling a IVF digital planner, and If you have, ever reached out to me and wanted to know like how to stay organized, what to ask, it has all of that in it. So you can print it out if you're someone that likes to like write things and take notes. You can either print it out or you can edit it right on your iPad. So that's really convenient. So you can take it to appointments with you. And it has so many great sections in it. It even has like some coloring pages. So I found coloring to be very stress relieving while I was going through my 2-week wait after we did our transfer, just waiting to get results back. It's so hard to just be able to focus and get things done. So I put some coloring pages in there for you to do that, to like decompress. But it has a medication tracker. It has an appointment tracker. It has a calendar for the year as well that you can use. And it even has a section for consultation questions that you should ask your doctor during your consultation appointments. So I recommend going to see like at least 3 doctors for consultation. So sometimes you just don't know what to ask. I didn't really know what to ask my first time around. So I've taken that guesswork away for you, and you can reference those questions and write the responses or type the responses in right there in your journal. And it's beautiful, it's aesthetic, it kind of matches like my vibe of that neutral beigey feel. So it's just meant to be very relaxing, and it's meant to help you along your journey. So if you're interested in learning more about it, click the link below. It's linked in my Stan store. So when you click that link, it will take you to a page that gives you more detailed information about it. And if you're interested in purchasing that, let me know. I'm going to offer you guys a discount so you can get $10 off. So I'll put the code for that in my description below. So if you want to go ahead and purchase that, it's there for you to help you along the way. And so I hope that you guys like that. I have another product as well that I'm going to launch as well, but I haven't quite finished building out the landing page for that, so you can learn more information about it. But if you're someone that likes to use Notion, which I love, I use Notion to kind of keep track of all my fertility stuff. And so I've created a Notion template for you to use to stay organized during IVF. And it's very detailed in terms of like, how you track your appointments, your period is a period tracker, your appointments, everything. It's a little bit more robust than the first planner that I mentioned. And so if you're someone that likes that level of detail, then I would highly recommend the Notion planner. That one is definitely for you, but it's not quite available yet because I have to put together a few things to show you guys actually how to use it. I want to do like a video tutorial that will go along with it, so it will show you how to use it. So, but if you're interested in the first planner that I mentioned, that is available now. I will offer, like I said, $10 off for you guys, since I'm just telling you guys about it here on YouTube. And if you have any questions about it, just let me know. But we're going to start the rest of our day and get the rest of this day going. So I'll be back. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Can you wave? Say hi, everybody. So Ella is just getting home from school, and we're gonna just chill out for a while and start our evening routine with her, which usually consists of some playtime, then dinner, and then a bath, and then bed. So did you have a long day? You had a good time? Yes, you did. Are you about to say no? Are you trying to say no? Say yes, yes, yes. Say hi. Say hi. Look at Ella right there. Look at Ella right there. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Can't believe how big she is. Look how big she is. Say, I'm 10 months old. You big girl. Mm-hmm. You had a good day? Where are you going now? Where are you trying to go? What do you want for dinner? Something easy. She's been eating pretty good. Some things she just does not like most vegetables. We've been trying to get her to like them again, but she did eat some broccoli the other day, which she didn't like for a while. So we just keep trying, you know. It's easy to just give up and be like, oh, they don't want to eat that ever. But no, she might just change her mind. So we tried broccoli. Fridays, we just keep it kind of easy. So I think tonight we'll just make her like a grilled cheese and maybe some strawberries and some avocado on the side if I have it. So you want to play? You want to play? So we're just going to play for a while and then get dinner going. Bye. Say I see you later. Say I see you later. Look at that pretty girl. Say hi. Say hi. It's time to make dinner. So for Ella's dinner, it's going to be very simple. I try to keep it pretty simple on Fridays. Tonight she's going to have grilled cheese and I'm just going to give her some strawberries and bananas on the side. Usually after school she is pretty tired and a little cranky, so we try to keep meal times pretty simple. But if I'm making like a big dinner, I'll kind of start that earlier in my day at work when I have a break, maybe around 2 or 3, so that dinner is ready by the time she gets home at about 5:30. Because otherwise, if we wait too late, then she's just going to be too tired and not in the mood to eat. So she eats good at school. She eats lunch that the school provides for the most part now, which is such a help to me. I don't have to like pack a whole bunch of extra stuff. But I do pack her things that just some like extra things in case she doesn't like what they have at school. So I might pack her some extra fruit, or usually it's a pouch, a food pouch, so she can have that. And then we have some of her snacks, like the puffs at school, so they can just give her that as they need to. But now I'm just making grilled cheese and we'll feed her. Okay, so this is her dinner. I thought I had avocado, but I guess I don't. So it's just grilled cheese and strawberries and bananas, and that's probably more than enough for her, especially her being so sleepy. So let's give her some dinner. Ready for sleep. Okay, so this vlog is taking a little bit different of a turn. I was going to shoot some more stuff like of my day-to-day, but I just never got around to it because we got busy and then I started not feeling well. But it's still the same week. So I started kind of like my update, day in the life, and now that Sunday actually came to Utah because we are starting to discuss baby number 2. Excuse my bonnet, but just is what it is. We started to discuss baby number 2, and I had to come back here to have another saline ultrasound done and an endometrial biopsy just to test and make sure that my body and my uterus is healed from giving birth to Ella and from my C-section, and that I'm, to determine if I need to treat my adenomyosis again before we do that. We don't know when we're going to transfer again, and I haven't decided if I'm going to share that this time around. I know we've been very open and transparent about everything, but I mean, I think, there's some things that we like to just try to have for ourselves, and I will probably share it after the fact. But we don't know exactly when we would transfer. We just have to figure out a couple things. Like childcare for 2 kids is ridiculous. I mean, daycare is so expensive, you guys. If you are a mom of multiple kids and you have, multiple kids in daycare, or you work full-time, please drop a comment below and let me know what you guys did for childcare. If you have more than one that has to be in daycare at once. Because we will have 2 babies in diapers, basically. So financially, we just have to prepare and plan for that, because that's really expensive. So that's why we don't know when exactly we're going to transfer. We just start figuring out some things. But yeah, it feels really surreal being back here in Utah. The last time I was here was for Ella's transfer. So coming back here, it's just like, I don't know, it just feels like sacred grounds here. You know, this is where our embryos are. This is where I brought, Ella was made, and we brought her home, and, she came home in my belly. So it's just surreal being here. This place will always be special. Talashi and I did talk about for the next transfer, hopefully that will be our last time coming back to Utah. So we plan to bring Ella with us and maybe rent a house this time so that we can do a little bit more exploring. I really want to do a photo shoot here with Ella, myself, and Talashi once we do our transfer. Just to mark, this being the last time that hopefully we'll have to come here. Utah is always going to be a special place for us. My fertility clinic here, Utah Fertility Clinic, will always have a very special, sacred place in my heart as it helped us to build our family. So I really want to do a photo shoot here when we come back here with Ella, and have that baby in my belly growing. So we'll see, but I don't know when that's going to be, but it's just beautiful here. So I'm here. My room's pretty basic, but the nice thing about this hotel is that it's like 2 blocks from the fertility clinic, so I can see it from the front of the lobby, and I can walk, which is great. And they'll give you a ride in the shuttle if you want to take a shuttle. Like if it's really cold when you come, the high was like 75 when I got here, so it's not too hot, not cold at all. One thing I recommend when you travel for treatment, bring your Amazon Fire Stick or buy one and take it with you wherever you travel. Not just like for your fertility treatment, but like it's so nice to be able to have like all my apps. I can watch all my shows with ease without trying to figure out if the TV has what I need. So make sure you bring a Fire Stick when you go to a hotel. So that's what I did. I brought my Fire Stick. So I'm going to catch up on some YouTube, some other vlogs that I love watching, and also going to watch Call the Midwife. If you guys have not watched that yet, it is such a good show on Netflix, and there's 13 seasons. So it's a good binge if you need something to watch. But I love it because it's all about these midwives that were working out of this church in like a poor neighborhood in London, and they all were tasked with helping to deliver babies of underprivileged families. And so they touch on all kinds of issues in it. It's set between, I would say, like the 50s and the 60s. And so you touch on things like racism, abortion, just like discrimination that families from other countries that immigrated, to London face, like Indian families, Jamaican families, just all kinds of issues. And it's like whatever was going on in the world at that time historically, they capture like the first man walking on the moon, stuff like that. But it's just such a good show. So well written. Love all the actors and actresses on the show, and it's just awesome. Just watch it. So that's what I plan to do, and that's it. And I have finish up some planning for Ella's birthday party also. So that's it. I'm just here for one day. It's Sunday. I got here this like early evening, and my appointment is at 9 in the morning. So I'm gonna get up early, have breakfast, and then go to the clinic by 9, and then come back to the hotel, grab my bags, and dip. The last time I came here for this, they did find that I had a polyp that had to be removed. So I ended up having to stay an extra day. So I brought my work stuff just in case that happens. But hopefully that won't be the case. I'm praying that it's not. So yeah, that's the plan. Not much. Just going to enjoy my solo time right now. I'm really tired. You know, the thought of 2 kids is like, do you really have the energy for that? And I probably don't, but I'm like, while I'm already exhausted, we may as well start thinking about it. And the plan as to why we even came to Utah Fertility Clinic was so that we had more options in terms of having a donor that could give us more eggs so that we could have a chance for Ella to have at least one sibling. We only had 1 embryo before at CNY from a donor egg that, you know, made it. And so we wouldn't have had a chance to have like a full-blown genetic sibling. So that was the point. We have 4 embryos left. We had 3, but we had 1 that was inconclusive. Got that retested, and it's normal. So now we have 4. So that's awesome. That's the beauty of donor eggs, you guys. Like, I just remember the trauma that I used to experience waiting for the test results to come back when it was my eggs. And so, you know, we got our numbers of how many blasts that we sent off with the donor eggs when we made our embryos. I'm just like, you're thinking like 1 out of all of them are going to be good to use. But it's like, there was only 1 that was abnormal out of the whole batch, which was, I think we sent 6 off. No, we sent 7. We sent 7. 1 was inconclusive, which we retested, and now we know it's normal. And 1 was abnormal, and the rest were normal. We tried, so that left us with 5 embryos, right? So we transferred 1 before we treated my adenomyosis. That one didn't take. So that left us with, come on, help me with my math. That left us, so wait, okay. We had 5, 1, that left us with 4 normals. We transferred Ella, she was normal. So that left us with 3 normals, plus the inconclusive we retested. So now we have 4 normals. So we have 4 more chances to have another baby. And I'm certain that Ella's sibling is one of those 4. So it's just crazy how tables have turned. And how, you know, opening up your mind to using a donor can drastically change your trajectory of the potential for you to become a parent. And believe it or not, the reason why we went with Utah Fertility Clinic was because they had a more diverse pool of donors of color than anywhere else that I had been. You know, definitely more than CNY. And I didn't check other clinics, but I know that it's just hard to find a donor that is of color. And that's hard. So, you know, we were referred here by several people, and I know several people that have chosen donors here, created their embryos, and then they'll do all of the transferring everything back in their home clinics in their hometown. So there are just endless possibilities of the ways that you can become a parent, guys. You know, I know it's a hard decision to make, and if you're on the fence about it, you know, all I can say is just pray about it, think about it, and then maybe ask to see, like, your clinic if you can see or have access to the donor pool to see what their profiles are like. And then sit with that for a little while, you know? But do something. Don't just sit in wonder and not try to make steps towards helping you to make a decision. Like, you need help in making the decision. You can't just blindly make the decision. Like, join the Facebook group that I talk about all the time, Every Shade of Infertility. You do have to be a woman of color to join it. But join some Facebook groups like that, or ones that, you know, are for women that are donor egg mothers. You know, they're using donor eggs to conceive, because there are so many stories in there about like beautiful success stories. So that's a great place to start. But you need help to make your decision. You can't just, well, I'm going to figure it out on my own and not talk to anyone about it. Like, you got to find your tribe, like I always say, and figure out where to look. So that's the end of the week. And this is going to be the end of this vlog. The end of the weekend. I did like a little weekend vlog. I just wanted to show you what it was like. Kind of just like a day in the life as a working mom now, you know? I'm back full-time working. So life is really busy. It's great, but it's like super busy. And so I want to make more of these for you guys, because now this other side of the road is important, I think, to see as well. And I just like sharing parts of our life with you guys. It's therapeutic for me. And then I just love the memories to look back on. So I will definitely come back and update you on my procedure tomorrow, my saline, let you know how that goes. And I'm a little nervous because I started spotting and they had me taking birth control to prevent my period from coming, but birth control and me are not friends. It's terrible. My period, I would always be the one to get breakthrough bleeding. Like, it always just wants to come. So I was a little concerned that they wouldn't be able to do the saline because of that, but I did call the after hours number before I left and asked them if it would be okay for me to still come. And they said to just, you know, keep taking your birth control and just still come. They've done them before, you know, under these circumstances. So we'll see, because if I came all the way here for nothing, I'm going to be pissed. But yeah, so I've had a long travel day. I had a layover, so it makes for a long trip. Well, that's all for today. So see you tomorrow. Good morning. So I am ready for my appointment at my fertility clinic here in Utah. I'm about to go have breakfast downstairs, but I just wanted to check in and give you guys a quick update before I go to the clinic. So I'm gonna go have breakfast, relax a little bit, and then I'm gonna walk over. So I'll try to take as much footage as I can, but I just try to be discreet inside of the medical offices, because I know, you know, everyone is there for a very sensitive thing, and I don't want to violate any patient privacy policies or just make anyone uncomfortable. So I'll probably take some footage with my phone for that, but just wanted to give you a quick update. But I'm ready for the day. I'm just in some comfortable clothes, t-shirt and some sweats, and then I'll put on my sneakers, and that'll be that. So I will check in with you shortly. Okay, so I am back from my appointment. It went well, I would say. Didn't find any polyps in my uterus, which is good news. My adenomyosis is still pretty active, so Dr. Folk was saying that he definitely wants me to be on Lupron Depot again for 3 or 4 months. So I'm going to start that soon when I get back home. And then we will do another saline ultrasound in January, but I'm going to do that locally because I'm just not going to pay to come back just for that. And then from there, we will decide if we need to do another month of that. And then after that, we will figure out when we will transfer again. So it'll be sometime next year. I don't know when exactly, but I knew that this could possibly be the process, so you kind of have to work backwards, knowing that I have to prepare 3 to 4 months prior to having a transfer. So that's the plan. I'm glad that I didn't have any polyps, so I didn't have to have a hysteroscopy. So that means I can go back home today. I'm getting ready to head back to the airport now. And then I'm going to go back to my beautiful family. Can't wait to see my husband and my baby girl. But I will say, like, this time around, it feels a lot less pressure because even though I want another child, I'm so grateful and thankful for Ella. And so the stakes just feel a little different. You know, God willing, we'll be able to be parents again to another child. I do want a sibling for Ella because we are older, and I just think it would be helpful in life for her to have a sibling to help her through life, especially because we are older and we won't be here forever. So to have her still be able to have some immediate family around when we're no longer here, I want that for her. I have siblings, my husband has siblings, and you know, they can be like built-in best friends. And so even though she's got a lot of friends and extended family members, she's pretty much the youngest in both of our families. So I just think having a sibling would be beautiful for us and her. So a lot of changes with my clinic. My doctor is retiring from the location here in Utah. So if we want to stick with him, we will have to transfer to his facility in Vegas, which I'm not against. I don't mind going to Vegas. So we're just going to have to see what the cost of shipping our embryos out there would be. And just decide if it makes sense to transfer them there or if we should just stick with one of the other doctors here at the Pleasant Grove location. I'm just so attached to my doctor, and because he's retiring and because he has seen everything with my body and discovered everything that no other doctor could find, I really only feel comfortable with him doing my transfer. So we will likely switch everything over to Vegas. But that's the update. And I'm going back home, and that's the end of the vlog. So I will try to do these day in the life vlogs more often. I think it's a nice way to kind of tie in fertility stuff, but also tie in new mom stuff. So keep watching. And also check out those the IVF digital planner that I have available. I feel like that will really help some of you guys who reach out to me a lot on DM on Instagram, and helping you to kind of stay organized about your IVF journeys, and will help you to kind of go into consultations armed with good information. So check those out, and if you have any questions, just let me know. But I'll talk to you all in the next one. Love you. Bye.